Hey, welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. Tonight I'm going to do a general message for Cancer. Know that energy is fluid. Just interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Know that the message usually goes to the person that needs to hear the message. That's how spiritual energy works. The message goes to who needs to hear it. We get what we need, not what we want. So sometimes when you, like I said, you attract certain experiences or certain people into your life and you say, why the hell did I attract that person? Well, if it's a karmic one that we associate with bad and one that is very triggering, it's because, again, that situation or that person is pointing out where we need healing. See, our energy, every single person's energy on the planet when they're born is born of unconditional love. That's the energy. It's of clear consciousness, pure consciousness. Some people might say it's like universal consciousness because the energy of the universe is love, unconditional love. Some people might say it's the energy of God, Holy Spirit, again, same energy, unconditional love. We're born of this pure consciousness. What happens is we're born into environments and around people that distort our perceptions a lot of times. Situations play out that make us view ourselves from a very negative or disempowered perception, and so which is out of alignment. It's out of alignment with the laws of God, the laws of love, and the laws of nature, which is the energy of what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to, you're supposed to vibrate at the same vibrational frequency of the planet. When the planet is of pure consciousness, again, this unconditional love. So today, Cancer, we're going to look and see what is going on in your relationship, because what better way to know whether we are, in balance. We can tell whether we're balanced by what we attract. Now, does that mean that you're deserving of every single experience from a karmic point of view? Yes, and that's because we're all born into the world with past life karmic debt. Those are just spiritual lessons that we didn't fully integrate, we didn't fully learn. So again, a past life soul mate is coming back into this life, and you're going to play out the same karmic theme. Now, does that mean that the scenario is the same? No, but the same karmic theme, one that again could make you feel disempowered, one that makes you feel not good enough, one that's making you look at yourself, the situation, whatever it is, in a place of imbalance. So we look at and see what's going on in your situation, but then we're going to look and see what your triggers are, what the shadows are, and what is the actual inner child wound that needs to be healed. Okay, we're going to mix it up a little bit different today. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, all you need to do, by the way, is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the day. The word of the day is going to be, gotta flip that over, because what I pulled was the back of the card, not the front of the card, and the front of the card is naturalist. You're going to write the word naturalist in your comment bar. You know, if I chose you, if I wrote the winner underneath, I did. We'll figure out the best day and time that works for both of us. Don't worry about finding the link. I will post the link underneath our comments where we're corresponding back and forth on YouTube. Never have to worry. And I won't be posting that until after, obviously, we speak and the day of the live stream. All right. So you'll get notified if you subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified if you wrote and I comment back, you'll get notified. All right. Wrote. You're not going to write. You're going to type. All right. Let's see what's going on in the situation. So, being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if not, I want you to love and nurture yourself, being mirrors for each other. So again, this talks about, again, soulmate that is reflecting your wounds. What, again, what makes us heal, what makes us change is unconditional love. So this is talking about when we have wounds, those wounds were not created from this person. These wounds were created from the families that we were born into, or again, like I said earlier, we were born from, we had these wounds in past lives, and we were born into families that reactivated the wound. And now, you know, what happens is we try and go out in life to meet somebody, to you know, someone that's going to love us. And what happens is we don't really like the behavior. And this talks about a separation. So like, I feel like you're in separation from a person that that really wanted to not love, that really doesn't want to be attached. But what's happening is, it's like it said, how do we learn about unconditional love? We learn about unconditional love when we don't want to love a person, when we can talk ourselves out of loving a person. We say logically this, because the person's triggering us. They're making us feel bad. They're making us feel uncomfortable, but then we still have feelings for them. And we're saying, why do I still have feelings for them? And so what this person knows is that they're being triggered, and they also can feel that you're being triggered also. And I think that they also know how you are, so they know that you're being triggered. And so, and they are seeing that it's a profound connection, a connection that they've never had before. Just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those around me. So you're both seen as big, like public figures, I feel like, within your environment. Maybe you have big businesses. You're seen as people that are important in your neighborhood, and doing something within your community, and people look up to you both. And I don't think that your person's used to dealing with a person of your caliber. Usually they're the person that's seen in the spotlight. They're the person that gets a lot of attention. They're the person that, and so I think it's a little triggering for them. I miss you. Let's both stop running away. So again, they're seeing the trigger. They're seeing that you both do the same thing. And I feel like they've been waiting for you to contact them, but they know that you're not going to. I feel our energy merging together as if it has a life of its own. We are becoming one again. So, you know, you're in separation. There's a sense that they can feel like your energy is coming back into like union. I'm struggling with codependency. I'm afraid to let go of my old coping mechanisms. So I'm having a feeling like whatever their coping mechanisms were is what part of that is the way that they dealt with the stress and the anxiety of relationships. I don't feel like relationships, people are, that this person is comfortable in relationships, and I don't feel like you're comfortable in relationships either. I feel as if you've both been hurt. And even though you've both been hurt and you've done work on yourselves, because people usually that have businesses or seen as public figures in their community had to do some sort of work in order to get to the position that they have. Believe it or not, having a business is not just about making money, that it's a spiritual walk, because it forces you to have courage. It forces you to speak your truth. It forces you to ask for what you need. It forces you to, you know, be grounded, be in the here and now. So like I said, it's healing. So I believe that both of you came from very wounded backgrounds. However, you both like healed yourselves, got to a certain place within your evolution where you healed on a business wise, on like being able to make money for yourselves. So where like money isn't an issue. I feel as if you both, you and your person, that like did enough healing where you didn't inherit the poverty wound. You didn't inherit the lack. Like there's abundance because you both have created it. However, you both still have wounds within your relationship. So remember, soulmates come into life. And if this is a past life, which is what I feel like, because there's a very strong love here. This person, I mean, all through the beginning of this cards was I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. I feel our energy merging together because they could feel that they miss you, you miss them. Now, part of them doesn't know whether it's their imagination, but they feel as if you feel the same way because you always felt like home. There is a 3D connection. So even though you're apart from them, they can actually feel when you're angry, feel when you're happy, feel when you're sad. I feel like you were mad for a long time and now they feel like you're not as mad. Now, whether that's true or not, it's again could be that they're in a better place and they're projecting it on you. Nevertheless, I feel like they're used to, not really being fully committed in relationships. I believe like the codependency is they're used to being connected to people that do more for them and they don't really have to do for them for whoever they're with. They're used to that. The codependency is really being connected also to possibly like a baby mama, a baby daddy, someone that is there but isn't there. They're not in a relationship per se, but they know that that person's there. And as long as that person is kind of there, it's like they don't fully commit. They don't, it's like I said, it's almost like the person's a fallout person. Like if the person never, your person never winds up going out and getting married, or they will wind up with this person. They will never treat the person any better. That person's like the old comfortable shoes that for whatever reason they never threw out. It's just always there. It's comfortable, it's reliable. And that's what I feel like it's codependent because they have children. Like I said, you may have children. They may have children with this person is what I'm trying to get at. But nevertheless, they're seeing the difference too. Like I said, a lot of times when we have wounds in one area, we don't have them in another. And I feel like your person has done a lot of work on themselves because, again, they have a business. They're seen as someone important within their community. I don't feel like the person that is connected to them does. I feel like the person that's connected to them is of a lower vibration. Someone that possibly doesn't know how to financially take care of themselves, someone that is still clinging on to them, even though that they know that the relationship isn't never going to go anywhere, doesn't do anything. And like I said, but somebody that's safe, something that's familiar, something that has always been there. So the codependency is really that, where the person needs to let go of that person. And I feel like because they do miss you, and they're the ones that are like, we need to stop running away from this, because creating more pain, that's inevitably what'll happen. I wish you could see that we are mirroring each other right now. So again, they know that you feel the same way that they do. That's like I said. So it could be very well like a soulmate twin flame relationship. And I'm kind of getting that feeling because, like I said, it's like, just like you, I'm always doing some sort of mission. My energy and wisdom support those around me. So, soulmate twin flame relationship, do things together. That's again, they could, because the wounds, especially when you have two people that are completely mirroring, and this is what the reading opened up that. The reading opened up that way, mirrors. And then it was mirrors again. And this person wants to walk away, did walk away at one point. I feel like you also walked away, but neither one of you have ever really been able to stay away. Because what happens is that, oh, I miss you, I'm running away. And we always know with a soulmate twin flame, there's always a runner, there's always a chaser, and then the chaser becomes the runner. And it's just a never-ending cycle, because you have two people that do love, that do care, but they're wounded, and they're wounded from situations, experiences that happened long before you guys came together again in this lifetime. And so, I mean, the codependency is most likely on both sides. This person has someone, like you said, like a baby mama, a baby daddy, like somebody again from their past, someone that, if there was no kids, just someone that they dated for a long time and maybe shared a dog or a cat, some, like there's still like some weird attachment. And for you, it could be the same thing, where you're both don't fully want to let the other one in. So again, when there's codependency, there's intimacy issues, because trust doesn't happen from being connected to someone else and trusting the person that you're with. Trust comes from trusting ourselves. But if we're codependent, what happens is we're trying to be perfect and accommodating for the other person so much that we abandon ourselves, and then we don't like what our life looks like, and then it becomes a very negative type of relationship, where I feel as if the person you're connected to is still connected to somebody that has that energy. Your person doesn't have that energy anymore. However, they feel bad because at one time they did, and then they were always there. Now, this happens a lot of times when we're codependent and we didn't have a purpose. We, again, got our love and our emotional fulfillment from overgiving and overdoing for someone else. And our happiness doesn't come from that. Our happiness comes from creating ourselves. So I believe your person, like, again, was so connected to someone from their past life. And their past life is, this life, it's just the relationship has outgrown itself. Your person's just keeping themselves stagnant because they feel bad. So they have to, like you said, work through it. And what's going to work through that? Because, like you said, when we have these wounds from childhood, they're deep. They're deep, and we can't just get rid of them. We can only transmute them. So I believe, again, doing something within your community, doing a passion, doing something that's greater than yourselves, a business. You're meant to do something with this person. This relationship is destined to happen, because you both have tried to walk away from it and can't walk away from it. You cannot deny. Now, does that mean that you're not getting triggered? No, there's a relationship triggering the shit out of both of you. And that's because there needs to be healing, and healing that you would not volunteer to do, or they wouldn't volunteer to do it. Passion does that. A twin flame relationship does that. A divine relationship, one that we have no control over. That's how we learn what unconditional love is. We have traumas from the fact that we grew up in environments that didn't teach us what unconditional love was. So what I'm seeing is, like I said, this twin flame relationship. I can't fully be there for you as long as this other person is in my life. I know it's hard for you, but I have to go through this experience in order to heal it. Now, what I am feeling, like I said, this is that third party. They know that they have to let it go. And that's what I was really focusing on, because now they're like, I feel as if they feel you're going to leave them behind. Like they've been dealing with this for a long time. And it's come to a point where they know they have to move past it. And if you look at the card, you can see almost like how the woman that's like holding on to him and he feels bad about it. That's the energy there, the mirroring it. My heart is opening to love and guiding me back to you. So they wanted to control this. It would be so much easier for them to just stay connected to this karmic. And that's really what I feel like it is, because they have outgrown this person and now they have to do what's best for them. They have to love themselves enough to choose them and their life. Remember, codependency, when we're codependency, a lot of our love and like it comes from doing for other people, where now this person needs to learn to do for themselves. Your person needs to do that in order to be able to like fulfill this mission with you, in order to come together, in order to heal. And they really can't, they miss you. It's like they would like to control it. They really can't control it. They wish they can control it. I daydream about you. Sometimes it's sexual, other times I visualize our future together. So again, this is a real like twin flame relationship and passion. And so like what I see here is that this person, met you, twin flame relationship. I feel as if, I don't even feel like they're in a connection so much with that third party. I just believe that it's really like a codependent relationship where they would need to put boundaries on it, make this person realize, and I just feel like they're so afraid to hurt this person. And that happens too when we meet somebody, when we're in a certain phase in our life, when we're not feeling good, and we remember that that person was there for us. And now, like they're not fulfilling us anymore. And, it's funny, the more that we give to a person, a lot of times that's the more attachment that we have. And I feel like your person gave to this person a lot. And the fear really is that karmic that they're attached to is going to lose a lot. Because I don't feel that there's love there. And if they're in love with someone that doesn't love them as much, it's not really as fair. But what I really feel like is binding them is not just a connection of romance, but really a connection that's like familiar, a connection like that your person was kind of taking care of them, doing a lot for them. If it wasn't somebody that they had children with, it was someone that they was very close to, and they were continually helping them out one way or the other. Where again, the person that they're connected to is codependent, even if they're not in a relationship, with almost acting as if your person's still in a relationship with them, or even if they were never in a relationship, acts like they are in a relationship with them. And that, like I said, at a one time, your person probably was in a bad way, and this person did a lot for them and just feels really bad to have to do it. So what does the universe tell us? Positive action. I focus on beauty in me, and I find silence. I live and honor the present by doing what I can do now. What I cannot change, I let go and entrust of God. So your person needs to take positive action towards this relationship and like really put it in God's hands, I feel as if you need to, again, not control the situation, because this person still is going to have to find their process in letting go of that karmic mate. And just the positive action that you do is to be kind and loving and open-hearted to this person that's your twin flame soulmate. Talk about the future, talk about what you want to do, where you want to go, not about the karmic. Don't feed the karmic energy, meaning because that karmic is already making this person feel bad and taking up too much space because of guilt. You can't like tell a person not to feel guilty. All you could do is like keep filling them up with positivity. Like tell them how much you care about them, tell them how, you know, their life is better, talk about the future, things that you have planned to do with them. Too many people, like you said, when their person is still connected to someone, kind of because a relationship is ending, but one person's holding on too much, they feed their past relationship that they're trying to get out of too much by worrying about what that karmic is going to do. What is that person going to do? They're going to do whatever they're going to do. You can't control that. You control what you can control. And that's, like you said, to create a stronger bond by taking action, by doing nice things, whether that's going on a picnic every Saturday with your person to create some intimacy, or whether it's to, again, to do things, to do things together that interest you, to show this person who you are. So they have to get to know who you are differently. Like you do what you can to strengthen the relationship, and you ignore what you have no control over. You entrust in the fact that this is a divine relationship, and that really the universe is going to, you know, move that person out and take care of them as well. Not just move them out, but make sure they're taking care of, that your person doesn't feel guilty by it as well. Because the relationship isn't a good relationship if one person only has feelings. So they see that they outgrew this connection. They feel that this is just a story of a person that feels guilty and feels responsible. And if you've been given to a person for a long period of time, you would feel that way. And also, if you were living a humdrum life, you say, well, I got emotional fulfillment out of doing that at one time. However, there's bigger things on the horizon for this person, and that was it, to create, to build something, to do something much bigger than a relationship. Really, to how do we give and receive of love? It's through our free will, but it's our free will of what we decide to contribute into the universe. And that's a bigger thing. And that says it here, meant to do something. Just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission in the community, doing something. You know, my energy and wisdom supports those around me. So I'm like, there's a bigger thing. And the karmic that this person was connected to was, like you said, just keeping them small. Any more wisdom that we should get self-love. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the requests of my body and soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. So that's what I said, that with your person, they really need to love themselves, because they've given to the point that they don't love this person. They need to love themselves. And sometimes that means we have to make a hard decision. It's not like your person doesn't care about this person. It's that they don't want that type of relationship. They don't want to be stuck to someone. They want to actually be in a partnership where when they look at the person that they were once connected to, maybe that worked for them at one time. Maybe it was, like I said, if they have kids with them, that was the type of life. But where they are now, they don't have anything in common with this person except for like kind of still being there and taking care of them, but they're ignoring their needs. So they comes to a time they really need to love themselves enough, because there's bigger things on the horizon. And your person's crazy about you. They have feelings. I want to just pull one for how you feel. I want to feel that way again. So I knew it because you're a soulmate twin flame. So like you long for this person, Cancer. You're like, I'm waiting for this person to come back. And so, like I said, you came into their life, there was soul recognition, again, which is soulmate twin flame, past life connection, there's a soul recognition. And this person has been head over heels ever since. And really, like, they're willing to finally, do what's best for them, because they have something to risk now, where I don't think they really cared. They didn't meet anyone before that really stirred up their soul enough to let go of the karmic. But I see that they're going to do that now. So I'm going to leave that there. You let me know, Cancer, whether you resonated with this video. And if you did, remember, just do me a favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to enter into winning a reading, just again, write the word in your comment bar. I don't remember what the word was today, but I'll pull another one. Victim. So either you can write the word that I said in the beginning of this video, or victim. Either one, I'll take it. And like I said, and I'll write the word winner underneath your comment, and that's how you'll know that you won the reading. All right, I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye, Cancer, and everyone else that tuned in.